Fort Collins Children's Theater was founded by prominent Fort Collins women in 1958. Ladies like Joyce Everett, Sarah Bennett, Patricia Markley, Ellen Thexton, Margaret Johnson Bailey, and Martha Doak thought that Fort Collins needed something special. Fort Collins Children's Theater means different things to different people in our community. To some of us, it's being swept away for several hours to a world of make-believe and fantasy. To others, it's the magic of creating a character on stage. To still others, it is the satisfaction and enjoyment of learning about the theater from the inside out and working with other volunteers behind the scenes. The original purpose of children's theaters was to provide and develop artistic skills and abilities and further works of art in the form of plays, productions, skits, and stage presentations for the children of Fort Collins and surrounding area. Today, the purpose remains much the same, and the annual fall production is the main thrust of the group. But for the children's, Peanut Butter and Jam Review Workshop is the most important of all.
Peanut Butter and Jam Review, or PBJR, is our summer workshop program, which provides a creative drama experience for 50 students from the ages of 10 to 14. The workshop participants spend 6 weeks working closely with a talented director, learning lines, music, dance, costuming, and makeup techniques. After 5.5 weeks of rehearsal, the morning and afternoon cast each stage 4 performances at the Lincoln Center Mini Theater. For well over 1,000 children, PBJR is their first experience in theater and is the beginning of a lifelong love of theater.
Each fall, local children and adults, all talented actors, along with the many dedicated volunteers, are able to bring special theater enchantment to all ages in the main production at the Lincoln Center. The audiences have grown from approximately 1,400 in 1959 to 6,000 in current years. Productions have included Peter Pan, Wizard of Oz, The Sound of Music, Oliver, Babes in Toyland, and Cinderella.
This year, Fort Collins Children's Theater will be doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
The carriage waits. Oh, I wish I was going too.
With a smudged face and tattered dress.
Well, I think it's compelling for a lot of people because you have the underdog win. So anytime you have a story like that, everyone's rooting for the underdog, and everyone else is so obviously, for kids, the other characters are so obviously not the nice people. And so when you just want Cinderella to get away from this wicked stepmother and get with the prince, and so all of her dreams come true.
Well, this is certainly kind of a dream come true because it's such a fairy tale role, and it's something I grew up with the Disney version since I'm a little younger than my colleagues here. I didn't get to see the Leslie Ann Warren version or the Julie Andrews version, so I grew up with the blonde Cinderella. So I never really thought that I could be playing Cinderella being a brunette. But it is kind of a dream come true, and playing such a fantasy fairy tale role with princes and getting to dress up in a pretty gown, and it's like my childhood that I get to share with these people, and hopefully bring them into it. So it's a really neat experience.
I think the biggest thing about children's theater that's important for people to know is that it is performed by adults for children. And so therefore you get to see a lot of very qualified, talented, experienced actors on stage. And so it's a lot of fun, not only for the kids, but for the parents and adults also.
We have tried to keep our ticket prices intentionally low so that as many people as possible can come to our shows.
Well, when Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote the show, they wanted to redo it the next year on Broadway. Never materialized, but a producer in London picked it up and did it in the West End, and it turned into a Christmas pantomime, which over there, a lot of the men play the women's parts.
Peter explained it to me that in a few productions it was originally cast as a male part.
Now that the prince has returned from his travels, it will soon be time for him to marry.
I wonder who the lucky girl will be. Imagine marrying the prince.
Well, there's no reason it could not be one of you.
And so, yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I have to do it in heels and a dress.
It's so worthwhile to have children and families experience really live quality community theater. And some of the kids over the years that I've worked with that come back to me years later and they say, you made a real difference. I went on to major in theater in college, and now that's what I do.
First thing I noticed that was so different about it was the openness of the audience, because children have no expectation. They are ready to have fun, and that's a great joy.
I think doing for a children's theater audience is that you get to be a little bit more broader and have a little bit more fun with it because of the kids and having it be at their level, and so that's a lot of things you don't get in other productions.
Fort Collins Children's Theater was the very first production on the new Lincoln Center stage. So Fort Collins Children's Theater has a tremendous history and awesome legacy that they bring to the city, and to be able to be part of something that has always made it a priority to bring literature to the stage.
How did you enter my kingdom? I came through a wardrobe, Your Majesty.
And to me, that's just an amazing thing, to have such a vision and such a mission to bring that kind of theater to children. I think helps it to sustain itself. There's no identity crisis with Fort Collins Children's Theater. They know exactly what they're about, and they're all about running completely with volunteers and making sure that kids get to see some of these great classic stories. It's really an exciting experience.